Now in the Black Box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen.
Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
It's time for R&R.
Smack with that hustle. Big shout out to my SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We still selling 7 C's, riding the waves. On my mama, it don't look good for Diddy, as the prosecution read his closing statement. Yeah. Shout out to Tisa Tales. She read through it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let you. She had a little commentary too. It's not long. We're just gonna let her read through this because it's very interesting. I like her inflections. She also is very familiar with the case, but she reads it almost like it's a novel. So with no further ado, let's see what the diddler has been up to.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Mark Agnifilio, I know you are hoping and praying, probably sacrificing a pigeon in Central Park, hoping that gaslight of a nation that you tried to pull on a federal jury actually went off without a hitch. Baby, let me tell you something. Diddy's team is shameless, just like him. I get it. He's paying multi-millions and they don't care. They're willing to go in on all these victims, something they know they would never allow for themselves or anybody they loved, right? But they're trying to tell us that just because people might be poor, might be desperate, might be broken, it's okay. They loved this man. They consented to it. Don't you know they loved him? And when you love somebody, just like drinking strawberry lemonade, and I lie to you not, he used the word strawberry lemonade. Just like drinking strawberry lemonade, the partner's likes become yours, and if you love them, you'll stay chained up in a hotel room, devoid of all agency, devoid of will to live, devoid of everything. But let me tell you something. This gaslight of a nation is not going to work, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, we need to pause. Diddy's team created this narrative early on. They're intruding in his sex life. They are not. They created a narrative. They pushed the fourth narrative. And out of the closing, they circled back on that narrative as if the government did not tell them exactly what the issue is. But never fear, because we are going to get into this. But first, let's talk about the strawberry lemonade mess, okay? The fact that Diddy's lawyer is comparing freak-offs to drinking strawberry lemonade, that's where we are. That's the play. That's the spin. Not coercion, not control, not violence. Just 2 consenting adults sipping lemonade with a lineup of SMEX workers that you got to do everything for up to 40 hours, going up to 40 days with no protection, with painful UTIs and God knows what else. Yeah, strawberry lemonade. It's given, exactly what Mark Agnifilio said. Y'all don't get it. You don't get it. This was romantic. Sir, you are in federal court, not an Usher interlude. Do you know Mark Agnifilio actually even had the nerve in closing arguments to compare these freak-offs, saying it was a vibe, beautiful red light? Bryson Tiller and Usher were playing in the background. It was romantic, was it? If it was so romantic, then why don't you put somebody you love in that freak off? If it's so romantic, why don't you sign up a woman or a man that you love to go into the Terror Dome with Sean Combs? But I guess you won't, because I see that the same people that are defending Sean Combs is literally saying, well, I don't want that to happen to me or anybody I love, but for everybody else, it's cool. Now, you guys, what we're watching is the last grasp of a defense strategy that's been shaky since the jump. Diddy's team came in hot, trying to make this about private sex acts between 2 adults. That was a narrative from the start. It was curated, it was polished, and it was broadcast like a bad PR reel. But the government never needed to make this about SMEX. This was always about power, violence, threats, surveillance, bribery, burn cars, hospital IVs after all-night binges. You know the classics. And now the defense is floundering. They've run out of tricks, so they're doubling down on the one thing Diddy still believes in, himself. Let's be real, okay? Diddy does not think he did anything wrong. And neither do his high-priced mercenaries who took a bite of the gold and made it their mission to convince the jury and the public that what we're seeing just looks bad, that it's all being misunderstood. Again, you think Mark Agnifilo would be cool with this kind of lemonade love if this was his daughter involved, and this was his wife involved, and this was his friends involved, his niece, his godchild? Please. This isn't advocacy. This is pageantry. These are not lawyers seeking truth. They're men and women in suits trying to out-theater a federal indictment. And yet somehow, in the middle of all of this, they want you to believe it's just kinky romance, that a woman running half naked through a hallway was part of some consensual lemonade date. Baby, here's the difference. Here is the difference. Diddy still thinks he's the main character, still thinks loyalty can be bought, still thinks power is the same thing as love, and his team, they're just here to cash the check and keep the curtain from falling. But you know what? You know who can really put this into focus? Let's take it back to the prosecutions, because as much as the media, who is heavily, as much as the media, who is heavily pro-Diddy, keeps trying to change the subject, we're going to keep bringing it back. Listen to this. Again, this is directly from Maureen Comey. The defense theory is that Cassie wanted to be urinated on, that Jane wanted to have sex with Anton directly after being beaten, and Mia wanted to be blanked. That Cassie and Jane wanted to spend days in oil with UTIs in high heels, high out of their mind, while strange men ran trains on them. Mia said no. Cassie said no on her 29th birthday. Jane said no before Anton after being beaten. These women had no reason to lie. The defense says it's for the money, but Cassie had already gotten paid. If Cassie was lying and already got paid, why would she take the chance of perjury on federal trial? This is a woman standing up for what is right. Mia already settled a mediation. There was no reason for her to put on a show here. Jane doesn't intend to sue. These women refuse to let trauma swallow up their whole lives. That struggle tells you that these women told the truth. They broke free of Diddy's manipulation. Jealousy is not a defense to sex trafficking. Jane picking out Cabral or Antal was her way of taking back some control. Yes, she texted escorts. Sometimes she told him. Sometimes she knew he would ask. She felt she had no choice. That's coercion. The defendant did hit Cassie during freak-offs. Cassie said it. Daniel Phillip told you. And it's on video. The defendant was in a towel. The freak-off was not even over. There's no separating the violence from the smacks. Remember when Cassie OD'd in a hotel room in Long Island and they still had a freak-off? When Jane performed oral on Anton after he viciously beat her? That was trafficking. Mr. Agnifilo said Cassie won a prize. What prize? Smacks with a UTI? Getting urinated on in her mouth? That's ridiculous. They had a trauma bond. They were trapped. The cost of trapping them was a drop in the bucket for Mr. Number One on the Forbes list. He pushed her to continue after she vomited. He knew she didn't want to. The Intercontinental, they claim he was intoxicated, that it was about a phone. He knew what he was doing. He kicks her, violently beats her, stomps her. She calls security, so he stays to keep control of her. I want to be clear. They called Anton because he was the only repeat player in LA. They stopped a Cabral after he tried to extort Jane. Whatever words he used about a conspiracy between Jane and Anton, there's no evidence for that. He coerced Cassie and Jane into this, and nothing happened. He raped Mia, and nothing happened. He beat Cassie, and nothing happened. He beat Cassie in a hotel on tape, then bribed the guards to buy it, and nothing happened. He was untouchable. He did not think these women would speak, and that Kid Cudi and Dante Nash and other men would back them up. The defendant is not a god. He stands equal before the law. Find him guilty. Again, they can spin this all they want. It is my firm belief and it is my firm wish that Sean Diddy Combs be held accountable. And for all those people saying, stop wishing on someone's downfall, God won't like you, shut the F up. Because God helps those that help themselves. And we are praying that justice will be served this week. Sean Diddy Combs is not a god. As much as these glazers are on their knees begging to even stand in his legacy, begging to even stand by this greatness, they have anointed him. He is a man, and he will be held accountable this week. You guys, stay tuned. We are going to be at the courthouse on verdict watch. It's going to be a good time. I'll try to go live later. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.
Getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change, no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. Never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
There was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. When I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night.
Good days, bad days. But I've had some hills to climb
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie Cook-Up Boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, Craig.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!